Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am Abhishek Mukhopadhyay with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates a medical institute at Chikkaballapur in Karnataka, says India to become a developed country by 2047 with joint efforts of people. Union Cabinet approves increase in minimum support price for raw jute to ensure better remunerative returns to jute growers. CBI questions Bihar Deputy Chief Minister Tejashwi Yadav in connection with alleged land for job scam. Union Home Minister Amit Shah launches weekly news bulletin in Halbi dialect to be broadcast by All India Radio Jagdalpur. And in Women's World Boxing Championships, Nitu, Ghanghas and Saweety Boora to play the final matches in New Delhi this evening. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has prompted every Indian to contribute towards making India a developed country by 2047. He was speaking after inaugurating Sri Madhusudan Sai Institute of Medical Sciences and Research in Muddanhalli in Chikkaballapur district of Karnataka. The Prime Minister emphasized that partnership of every Indian in the development agenda will realize the dream of making India a developed country by 2047.
आजादी के अमृत महोत्सव में देश ने विकसित होने का संकल्प लिया है, क्योंकि मैंने कहा है 2047 जब आजादी के 100 साल होंगे तो लोग पूछते हैं कि इतने कम समय में भारत विकसित कैसे बनेगा। इतनी चुनौतियां हैं। इस सवाल का एक ही जवाब है, सशक्त जवाब है, सिद्धियां प्राप्त होने की ताकत वाला जवाब है, और वो जवाब है सबका प्रयास। देशवासी के साझा प्रयासों से ये संभव होकर के ही रहेगा।
Established by Sri Sathya Sai University of Human Excellence, the institute will provide free medical education and offer free medical treatment to the poor. The Prime Minister pointed out that the service deliveries and good governance model of the double-engine governments in the centre and the state. He said the medical infrastructure has developed. Medical colleges in the country have increased from 380 to 650 and 40 among them are in the aspiration districts that are backward in various parameters.
साल 2014 में हमारे देश में 380 से भी कम मेडिकल कॉलेज थे, लेकिन आज देश में मेडिकल कॉलेजों की संख्या बढ़कर के 650 से भी अधिक हो गई है। इनमें से 40 मेडिकल कॉलेज एस्पिरेशनल डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स में बने हैं, जो जिले विकास के हर पहलू में पीछे थे, वहां पर मेडिकल कॉलेज बने हैं।
The Prime Minister also inaugurated a new metro line between Whitefield and KR Puram covering 13.71 kilometers built at a cost of around 4,250 crore rupees. Late in the day, the Prime Minister will take part in a road show in Bangalore. He will also attend the closing ceremony of Vijay Sankalp Yatra in Davangere. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that electronic manufacturing cluster in Dharwad, Karnataka will greatly benefit the people of Dharwad and surrounding areas. Responding to a tweet by Union Minister Prahlad Joshi, the Prime Minister said it will also boost Karnataka's strides in the world of manufacturing and innovation. Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs has approved minimum support price for raw jute at 5,050 rupees per quintal for the 2023-24 season, ensuring a return of 63.20% over the all India weighted average cost of production. Briefing Midday in New Delhi, Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Thakur said the approval is based on recommendations of the Commission for Agricultural Cost and Prices, CACP. The announced MSP of raw jute for the 2023-24 season is in line with the principle of fixing the MSP at a level of at least 1.5 times all India's weighted average cost of production as announced by the government in the budget 2018-19. It assures a minimum of 50% as the margin of profit. The Central Bureau of Investigation (CBI) is questioning Bihar Deputy Chief Minister Tejashwi Yadav in connection with the alleged land for job scam case at CBI headquarters in New Delhi. It has been alleged in the case that appointments were made in the railways in return for land gifted and sold to the RJD chief family when Lalu Prasad was the then railways minister during UPA rule. Recently, CBI had questioned RJD leaders Lalu Prasad and his wife Rabri Devi in connection with the same case. Meanwhile, Enforcement Directorate is questioning Rashtriya Janata Dal's MP Nisa Bharti in the Railways Land for Jobs linked case in New Delhi. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman is chairing a meeting to review performance of public sector banks in New Delhi on various financial, efficiency and health parameters. The meeting has been attended by Minister of State for Finance Dr. Bhagwat Karad, Secretary Department of Financial Services, Chairman SBI and Managing Directors and CEOs of public sector banks. The G20 countries participating in the two-day deliberations of the second Framework Working Group continue their discussions on the global macroeconomic issues pertaining to inflation, energy insecurity and climate change on the second day today. The discussions are chaired by India and the UK. The discussions are based on the presentations by the member countries, followed by interactions with other countries and international organizations and representatives from central banks. The prevailing global conditions and the transitional pathways which need attention have been discussed in detail to prepare recommendations for further actions. The second Environment and Climate Sustainability Working Group meeting under India's G20 presidency will be held at Gandhinagar in Gujarat from the 27th of this month. The three-day meeting has been hosted by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change in collaboration with the Ministry of Jal Shakti. Addressing media in New Delhi, Special Secretary, Department of Water Resources, Debashri Mukherjee, said that the second working group meeting focuses on water and the issues of water resources management.
India's work on achieving Jal Jeevan Mission and the Swachh Bharat Mission, universalization of access to drinking water and sanitation. We will talk about groundwater management, which is essential to sustain the efforts that we have made to universalize services. Then we will talk about climate resilient water infrastructure. India is implementing one of the largest dam rehabilitation programs in the world, and this is India's commitment to ensuring that our important water infrastructure is climate ready.
Congress Party has announced the first list of 124 candidates for the upcoming Karnataka Assembly elections. The party has decided to field former Chief Minister of Karnataka, M. Siddaramaiah, from the Varuna Assembly seat. State Party President D.K. Shivakumar will contest from Kanakapura. The Election Commission is yet to announce the schedule for Assembly polls in Karnataka. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Union Home Minister Amit Shah has said that the fight against Maoists in Chhattisgarh's Bastar region is now in the final stage of victory. He said CRPF has played an important role in reducing the influence of Maoists. Union Minister was addressing the 84th CRPF Raising Day ceremony today at Jagdalpur, the headquarters of Bastar Division in Chhattisgarh. He said that CRPF Jawans risked their lives to bring development to tribals.
जम्मू कश्मीर का क्षेत्र हो, चाहे नॉर्थ ईस्ट की अशांति के खिलाफ लड़ना हो, चाहे वामपंथी उग्रवाद के क्षेत्र के अंदर पल पल सजग रहते हुए वीरता प्रदर्शित करते हुए जवानों ने जान जोखिम में डालकर आदिवासियों तक विकास को पहुंचाना। हर क्षेत्र के अंदर सीआरपीएफ के जवानों ने अप्रतिम शौर्य और बहादुरी का परिचय देश की जनता के सामने और समग्र दुनिया के सामने देने का हमेशा काम किया है।
During the event, the Union Minister virtually launched the weekly news bulletin in Halbi dialect to be broadcast by All India Radio. Appreciating the efforts of All India Radio, Amit Shah said that this not only strengthens local language but also serves news to people of Bastar in their own language.
सीआरपीएफ के अलग अलग 3 प्रोजेक्ट का लगभग 174 करोड़ रुपए के विकास कामों का लोकार्पण भी हुआ है और हल्बी भाषा में साप्ताहिक समाचार बुलेटिन भी आकाशवाणी ने शुरू किया है। छत्तीसगढ़ के अंदर आदिवासियों की भाषा में समाचार बुलेटिन शुरू करने के लिए मैं आकाशवाणी और दूरदर्शन को बहुत बहुत साधुवाद देता हूं।
The 15-minute-long weekly news bulletin will be broadcast from All India Radio Jagdalpur Kendra every Sunday at 7:30 a.m. Chief Executive Officer Prasar Bharati, Gaurav Dwivedi, was also present on the occasion. While talking to media, he said that local languages and dialects prove to be most effective in providing news and other information to people in remote rural areas. Earlier, the Union Minister laid a wreath at the Martyrs Memorial and then inspected the parade at the Central Reserve Police Force campus in Karnataka near Jagdalpur. On this occasion, the Union Minister handed over gallantry medals to the force personnel and trophies for the best establishments in different categories at the event. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi has said that he is fighting for the democracy of India and will keep fighting for it. Addressing media in New Delhi, Mr. Gandhi said that even being disqualified from the membership of Lok Sabha, he will keep doing his work and it does not matter if he is inside Parliament or not. He said he will keep fighting for the country. The Yogi Adityanath government celebrated the completion of 1 year of the Chief Minister's second term in Lucknow as his cabinet completed 6 years today. Addressing media on this occasion, CM Yogi Adityanath said that Uttar Pradesh has created its own new identity in the country and the world in the last 6 years. EIR correspondent reports that talking about developments in UP, CM Yogi Adityanath said, 6 years back people used to say that there can never be development in UP, but today the whole state is making its way to the first place in the country in all flagship schemes of central government. Chief Minister said that in the last 6 years, an environment has been created for employment in the state. Union Health Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia has said that India is ready to lead from the front and become the voice of the global south in the collaborative fight against tuberculosis TB. Dr. Mandavia was addressing the 36th board meeting of the Stop TB Partnership in New Delhi today. The Health Minister stated that India has identified 3 important health priorities under the G20 presidency, and all of these are focused on universal health coverage and relevant to a response for TB elimination. He added that a lot of exceptional work has been done at the ground level through innovation in case finding, mathematical modeling, digital interventions, and surveillance. US President Joe Biden has warned Iran that America would act forcefully to protect its citizens. Biden's statement came after the US military carried out airstrikes against Iran-backed forces in retaliation for an attack in Syria. Later, officials said that another US service member was wounded yesterday in the latest tit-for-tat strike between Iran-backed forces and US personnel in Syria. It comes on top of 7 casualties on Thursday, which Washington blamed on a drone of Iranian origin and included an American contractor being killed and 5 US troops and another contractor being wounded. Nitu, Ghanghas in the 45 to 48 kilogram category and Saweety, Boora in the 75 to 81 kilogram category will play the final matches in the World Women's Boxing Championship in New Delhi this evening. Nitu will face Mongolia's Elten Setsei Lutsai Khan in the minimum weight final, while Saweety will take on light heavyweight rival Lina Wang of China. Yesterday, Nitu overcame Kazakh Alua Balkibekova and Saweety defeated Emma Sue Greentree. Nikhat Zareen beating Colombia's Ingrid Valencia and middleweight Lavlina Borgohain, winning against Li Qian of China, also entered in the finals yesterday. In badminton, Satvik Sairaj, Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty will face the third-seeded Malaysian Ong Yu Sin and Teo Yi in the men's doubles semi-final of the Swiss Open today at 7:30 p.m. In the quarter-finals yesterday, second-seeded Indian pair of Satvik Sairaj and Chirag defeated Danish pair of Yepi Bay and Lasse Molhede 21-15, 10-21, 15-21 at Basel in Switzerland. Earlier, double Olympic medalist PV Sindhu failed to defend a Swiss Open title as she was defeated by unseeded Putri Kusuma Wardani of Indonesia by 15-21, 21-12 and 18-21. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates a medical institute at Chikkaballapur in Karnataka, says India to become a developed country by 2047 with joint efforts of people. Union Cabinet approves increase in minimum support price for raw jute to ensure better remunerative returns to jute growers. CBI questions Bihar Deputy Chief Minister Tejashwi Yadav in connection with alleged land for job scam. Union Home Minister Amit Shah launches weekly news bulletin in Halbi dialect to be broadcast by All India Radio Jagdalpur. And in Women's World Boxing Championships, Nitu, Ghanghas and Saweety, Boora to play the final matches in New Delhi this evening. And with that, we end the Midday News.